Hello job seekers, Melanie here with CGL Recruiting, and today we're going to show you how to adjust your resume in order to show the employment gap that you're going to have for COVID-19. Now this is something that you shouldn't wait to do until you actually get a new job. This is something that I'm going to recommend that you start considering to do now. For our video today, I'm really going to ask for you all to give me a comment at the end of this video. I would like to get your feedback on how you are adjusting your resume for COVID based on the strategies that we're giving you today. So please, once this video is done, take the time to do a comment down below. I do read them all and respond to as many as I possibly can, and I look forward to hearing from you and your opinion. Okay, let's get started. The part of the resume that we're looking at adjusting when we're talking about putting in the COVID employment gap is the part that shows underneath your professional experience. Now, millions and millions of people have lost their job at this point due to this global pandemic. And so you're going to see lots of employment gaps on individuals' resumes. And it's very important that you as a job seeker stand out amongst the other people who are going to have this big gap. And also you show that you still have been making progress in either your industry or your profession during the time that you're out. Many people have had gaps on their resumes before, but they've been short gaps of 2 weeks, a month, maybe even 2 months. We are going to see huge gaps in employment due to COVID. You may end up with a 6-month, a 12-month, an 18-month gap in some different cases, depending on the position and how well the industry that you're in recovers from this global pandemic. So what I want to do first is let's take a look at a resume and let me show you this section that we're actually talking about. So on this resume here, the section that we're looking at adjusting is this area right here underneath professional experience. Now I want to take a moment to walk you through what we're going to add to this section. And I'm even going to give you verbiage that you can use on your resume. So let's get started on that right now. So the first thing you're going to enter under your professional experience is a job title. Now you really should only put one for this, so put the target job title that you're looking for. And then I'm going to recommend you actually put actively job seeking during COVID-19. And then for the date underneath the professional experience, just put the date from your last job through to present. Now, after we enter that first job title, the next line we're going to put is a statement like this one that I have here, which says, during period of global pandemic, worked to further skills and area of expertise while working to find next position. Now, remember, we want to show that if you've been out of work for 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, that you are still actively working on advancing your skills. So how do we do that? We're going to do it using bullets. And let me show you some examples. So let's say you completed training on a variety of different topics. We're going to add that as a bullet underneath this section. So in this case, completed training on various HR topics, including succession planning, leadership development, legal updates, and more. We're then going to want to continue with a couple more bullets. I recommend one that focuses on your industry associations or professional associations. So in this case, I've added a bullet saying, participated in the following industry associations, ongoing events to stay current within my profession. And then I've listed them: SHRM Webcasts, Oilfield Connections International, SPE, AAPG, whatever those are, you would list. I listed these for this individual. The next bullet we're going to add is going to be focused on any volunteering that you have done during this time. And that could be whether you volunteered making masks, working at a food bank, or anything else that you did to help those in need during this global pandemic. Now, how many bullets you have and what exactly they have is up to you, right? In your specific position. This is a place where you can also put a bullet and list a survival job. If you took a job, working at a local store or waiting tables or whatever, until you found a job back in your career or profession. But this is an easy place where you can definitely list information That's going to help your next employer or the people looking at you for a job to see that you were still progressing your skills and experience. Now, let me show you what the resume looks like when it's complete, adding in this section. So you can see when you look at this resume, it fits right in. You barely even notice it until you start looking at the verbiage that it's actually time that you were actively job seeking as opposed to working for a company. And it definitely shows, again, that proactive stance that you are taking towards your career. I want to take a moment to talk why I think this part of your resume is going to be so important for the future. When time marches on and we are 10 years down the road from COVID, there's going to be an entire generation entering the workforce that isn't going to remember much about COVID except that they didn't have to go to school, or they got out of school, or did it online, or they had their family vacations canceled. But they are going to be in the workforce making decisions about you as a candidate. And so I do think it's important you also include this on your resume, because it's going to clearly remind those individuals, as well as anybody else that may have forgotten, about why there is such a gap on your resume. Now, the bullets, again, like I said, that you choose to include here may be a little different depending on what you have done during this time. The important thing is to show progress, to show that you're committed to your profession and to your industry, or even if you're looking at changing industries, what else you've explored. I don't recommend you go any bigger than 3 bullets, because they are probably going to move past this section pretty quickly, and you want them to get to all of the other great skills and experience that you have on your resume. Okay, now here's my anticipation of what's going to happen after you watch this video. Put a comment down below. Tell me your thoughts. Is there other things that you think would be really valuable for job seekers to put in this area? I look forward to hearing from you all and reading all of those great comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.